We're back together. He wasn't expecting that. His ears are nothing about Holland, I'll tell you that much.
Aye, well, apparently it was quite good.
Anyway, we're back on a river, and that river's there.
The River Trent.
The mighty River Trent.
It's definitely mighty today, isn't
Aye.
it? Bloody hell. Definitely going to face a new set of challenges today. The last 3 times we've been here, the water's been like at summer low.
Aye.
And apparently it doesn't fish very well at summer low. There's an extra metre maybe, extra 3-4 feet on it today.
Extra few trees flowing down
A
a
couple
river.
of branches and
Trees.
trees. And it's dirty and it's angry looking, and apparently
This is...
this is prime time. It's the right time to fish it. So
We'll sort that out.
aye, well, so in terms of, in theory, we've timed it really well because we planned these trips months and months in advance, and the river only went up 2 days ago. So
I think England have had a bit of a heat wave lately, and then the week we come down there's storms and flood warnings and all sorts
I'm
planned.
sure I seen a tornado somewhere as well. Luton, was it a tornado in Luton or something like that?
That's where I was in Holland.
But it's dry. But it's dry now, it's quite pleasant. It's not warm, but it's not cold.
It's just nice.
We've got the rods out.
No, it is nice for. I kept in that seat. I am shattered.
Nice, chilled out, relaxed fishing
First day.
for the first day. And then panic will set in tomorrow when we don't catch anything
Aye.
today. And then our third day, God knows what will happen.
To give you a kind of rundown, I picked him up at 12:30 this morning, and it's now 25 to 10. He's suffering from a bit of an injury. I'm suffering from a bit of lack of sleep.
Boo-hoo.
And
Let's get on with it.
it was an adventurous drive down with it. We made it a couple of times.
It's the way to do it though, isn't it? Through the
Aye,
night.
it's
Drive through
easier.
the night. Quiet roads. Get
A few
here
stop-offs.
nice and early. And straight into the fishing. And we'll chill out in the hotel tonight, or the apartments tonight. But what's your thoughts on the river?
Aye. It reminds me of the first time we came down with Adam and Matt, and they brought us for the first time. It reminds me a lot like that.
I
And
reckon
it was very
it's-
productive.
I reckon it's still a wee bit higher than that.
Yeah.
I think it's. We'll check the.
We're fishing in the same bits. We're up on the bank, as opposed to down next to the water.
But we had a chuck about with a feeder when we arrived,
Aye, so
and we've only got 4 ounce. I think you've got a couple of 5 ounce leads, so we're not getting very far across the river at all.
we don't need to be, but in this condition.
I don't think so. I'm not an expert in it, but I don't think so. The last few times we've been here, we've been aiming for the far bank because that's where the majority of the flow is, and in low water conditions, that's where you want to be fishing.
Closer.
We're 8 wraps.
Aye, normally like 22.
8 wraps and what they say at 2.5 metres. That'll be a fish. Mic on?
Yeah, still on.
Of course it is.
It's a barbel. We couldn't have timed that any better. We did the intro and bang into a fish. This is a barbel.
Tighten that drag up a bit, you're at it.
No, what worries me the most of it is I tied the rigs. It'll never not worry me that. This is a good barbel, by the way. I think I've started off. Have I ended? Get the bend in that rod, Alex.
Take a step back. Take in the view. Who needs a view when you got a bend in the rod like that? Been fishing 20 minutes. Flood conditions. And we did say apparently it's relatively good conditions.
I see a bit of bream. That's usually how we start this trip, isn't it? We always start in a bream. I can't believe that's happened. First cast. The mighty river Trent. It's just hanging in that water there, look.
Yeah, a lot of water for it to hang in. What we haven't thought about though is
how we're going to land it. Well, once I get it past my line, I'll be able to walk it up to here. Yeah. That's the plan, but it'll no doubt go absolute tits up.
Hold on to that tightly. We're going to get net. Oh, there's a net.
Doesn't feel too heavy now. Still feels like no bad.
Probably got it out of that flow now.
That a weed there. This is where it goes nuts, isn't it? Yep. Well, I always say, see trips like this, this type of fishing, I'm never comfortable until you get the first sign that you know you're doing something right. Said it with the fly fishing, said it with the grayling fishing, said it with this style of fishing. So to get this straight away, it's a good sign that what you're meant to be doing, you're doing right. Still not in the net yet, but it does feel like a barbel.
You want to net this yourself? Or?
No. Oh no. That felt like a snag. Oh no, it's snagged. No, 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 no. Yes, got it. Not even that big. Forgetting there's a 5 ounce lead on there or not. It's tiny. I'm under Mother Rhoda. I'll walk back, Alex, if you can get that in the net. And relax. Well, what a start. Let's take a last bit of energy right out of me. Now we got a closer look at us. Right, camera down. That other man will still be recording too.
Well done.
Cheesy garlic.
Just hope I recorded that.
Eh?
Hope I recorded that.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, you say it's no big, but it's...
That's a double, isn't it?
I think it's not.
9.
No, it's not a double. We got 9 maybe. Oh wait, but we got 9.
Right, you want to wait there and I'll... Wait there and I'll get this.
Let me try and unhook it first.
Yeah, do that. Well, we put them on the scales. We thought it might go a double, but way, please behave yourself. Just a little over £8. But hey, what a start.
Head up, down a wee touch. This one.
Better than the start I had like 6-7 months ago. On a cheesy garlic dumbbell. So guess what's going straight back on. Got a couple of 40s for his Alex. There we go. We'll get him back straight away. There we go. Still not a kip yet. I need a snooze. Right, let's get these rods back out. Dear.
Well, I was just sticking up there to recast after Gordon's first fish. So I'm going to put a longer hook length on. Just finished sticking up. Downstream rod, tears off. It's getting dangerously close to that fence down there, so I'm just going to take this one easy. But it turns out that, the first couple of days of a flood, not a bad time to be here. This is another barbel. It's definitely a barbel. I don't think it's very big barbel, but it's a barbel. I'm saying that, sometimes you just don't know until they get to that inside ledge and they just take off. It's a bit close.
Might be adventurous.
These swans are going to shout at me, I think.
Makes a change for me.
Less said about that, the better. So, just like Gordon's fish, it's about, this fish has not really done much. It took a good run when I lifted into it, but it's just usually about now that they just turn and go for it.
And go nuts.
I don't think this is a very big fish at all. In fact, you know what, now I'm even questioning it's a barbel.
But the run,
It might be a barbel. And there it goes.
Yep.
And there it goes on that run. They're so predictable. Too close to that fence though.
Telling me to tighten my drag up.
Away from the fence. Really, this one a little bit more. It's actually quite a nice fish. It didn't do much at all, but when I got a glimpse of it there, it looks decent. I think this trip might be...
Shush! Don't dare effing say it.
It's not off to the worst start.
I know you're no superstitious, but I am.
I love how these fish just use the power of the water just to hang there effortlessly.
Like a big grayling.
Aye, yeah, very, very, very similar. You know what? I'm going to net my own fish. Funny that you forget about your sore back in moments like this. I hate to say it, but I think these is bigger. I don't hate to say it one bit.
What's my biggest?
Ah, shush. I don't think it's as big as that, but this is a double. I think this is a double. But they can be deceiving, especially this time of year. Still quite lean this time of year. He's got some shoulders on him. What do you say? We've been here 30 minutes, 45 minutes at a push. 2 fish in the bag.
Right, got a closer look. Holy bejesus. I think we're getting a kip, Alex. This feels substantial. Oh dear. Alex's fish is in the net. We were just about to weigh it. And mine screamed off. So if I sound a wee bit out of puff, it's because I am.
He actually ran there.
It's not often I run. Might need to use a tripod for this, Alex.
Yeah.
A wee.
I'd love to move back and get a further shot, but
Swing round.
I can't.
Oh, you need to watch your fish, aye, sorry.
Net.
Am I running my other line? No.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
This is the heavier rod, and this feels like a heavier fish. I'm going to call it. I think mine's bigger than that.
Do you want me to take the bail off that, or the drag off your other rods?
That is off. I'm not running my line.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
He is.
Am I?
Yep.
Oh, aye, take that back. You think I'm better down here? This feels...
Just take your time. It's coming up.
Mate, there's obviously a snag here somewhere as well, so I want to keep it away from that. This feels like a better fish. It's hard to tell in the flow, as Alex says. It's oh, here. This feels... I'm dragging a 5-ounce lead as well as the 4-ounce feeder in it. Get bending that rod. Oh, come on, man. What a start. It's no having it. Take that back, it's maybe no bigger than yours. I'm going to walk back, try and get this first time, Alex.
Don't rush it, don't rush it.
What a start,
That's
man.
quite a brace.
That is. Right, get a camera safe, we'll get his fish safe and we'll get a closer look. I don't know how this is going to go, but... I always get the... See what I mean? I always get the... You know what?
That's his catchphrase. I always get the lively one.
I always get the
I've
lively
heard
one.
that before.
That's true, look. So £10 what?
10.5 for me.
Mine was 9.6. I'm actually a puff.
Honestly, an hour.
I know.
Literally an hour we've been here.
3 barbel.
Mental fishing. Fantastic fishing. There we go. The River Trent. A river that you can come and expect to catch double figure barbel. He's only just doubles, 10.5. I'm happy with that to kick me off. I'm sure we'll get some more.
This is Alex's beauty. Look at that fish. Absolutely stunning. There's my wee tiddler. A brace of Trent barbel. There's one away. Big guy's taking his time. Right, you got a kip yet. Then we're going to need to bait up again, aren't we?
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
I'm not the fittest guy in the world, right? I'm asthmatic, high blood pressure. God knows what else is going on. But that drive and the 3 fish just about ended me. Oh, I just hope I've got enough bait. Literally an hour and we've had 3 fish. We were doing our intro, boom, rod screamed off, got that back, I got another one, missed it. And then we were just literally 5 minutes laughing at what just happened and Alex's rod screamed off. Then mine screamed off while I was just about to, it's just chaos. But I've had 2 fish. It took me 3 days to get 2 fish last trip. So this trip is already a success. So whatever happens for now, for the rest of the trip, it's a bonus. I've had a couple of nice barbel. I'd never ever thought I would say this in fishing. But I hope a fish keys a break so I can get some shut eye. I see that drive and that's just knocked me for 6, man. I'm just watching that tip of that rod there. You always get a wee bit of action in the tip just before the alarm screams. As you would have seen in the intro whilst we were talking, you actually see the rod in the background. I'll play it back in case you missed it. You can actually, if you watch us talking, you can see the rod drop back and then bounce about and then it goes. The alarms started singing, so it's good to hear the alarms going again. We've not fished with alarms for a long time. I mean, you gotta lie down, I know. For the first time, I think you need a sleep.
Jesus, I've only just sat down.
She's going that way now. I suppose I'm going to have to get up and film this. Is it on?
Aye, it's on.
I was hoping they was going to lose it.
Well, I get 10 minutes sitting down there. And then I just opened my eyes, glanced up at my rod and seen it bouncing. I was like, I know that is just going to go. And it did.
This feels like a barbel. I'm going down here away from that snag. This is going to end in tears, isn't it? Don't know what, I think there must be a big tree stump there or something. Oh, come here. There we go. I think that's barbel number 7 between us. Probably about 7 or 8 again. Impressive fish.
It was inevitable, they'd show up. Gordon lost one earlier. Unfortunately, I've not lost this one. It's went through my other line. It's made a mess. Suppose you can't come to Trent and not catch one. That was a proper run, that was. Get away from there. That's yours.
Oh man. Scenes.
Out of absolute.
You get that okay, aye?
Huh?
Do you get that okay?
Get what?
The fish?
Ah, it's in there.
Get what okay? Oh dear. Two days are absolutely done in. Next time we get our eyes shut, rod goes. I should. Oh, I don't know what to do. That's just what I do what I want anyway. That drag's tight. Oh. Plenty of obstacles today. We're going to need a beat pier, but I don't mind saying I'm absolutely fucked. What happened there? It's like it come off there.
Ooh. Oh. That was more like it.
Get it?
Bit of a salmon swoop, we've got him.
Right, closer look time.
Your fish, sir.
Thank you kindly.
Not quite a double.
Nearly what? £9.4. I don't know, I reckon Alex is doing me.
Mine is definitely not a double. If I go like that, then that looks a wee bit better, doesn't it?
Another double hook up, it's absolute chaos in it. His rod went, middle of that rod, other right.
Nine fish.
Is that 9 already?
9 fish and it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
We've adopted the pike sling. Used it for a barbel sling, it works a treat. There you go, big guy. And away. Can we start later tomorrow? Well, Alex and Phil, who's a local, are giving me 8 for that. I would have said 9.
7 maybe.
Nah, we'll stick with 8, So Phil said 7, Alex said 8, I was thinking more 9, so I thought, you know what, we're going to wait. 10, my first double of the trip, hopefully not the last. Let's get him back. And away. Glad they brought this now.
Right. I've run out of things to say, honestly. This is fish number 12, I think. I took an absolute beeline for that fence over there, so I'm having to bully this one a little bit. I've said it with every fish I've caught today or hooked today, but this doesn't feel too bad at all. I'd love a PB on this trip.
What is your PB?
11.8.
Well, 11.8, is that all?
11.8 to beat. This feels nice. They all feel nice, but this one.
You want to get over your other rod, don't you?
I'm going to go under it again. Can't really do much about this.
Don't pull it too much. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I reckon that's a good one.
Where's the fish?
Way over there somewhere.
Right.
Just can't move it. I love this. Absolutely love it. We were due a day like this. We've really found it hard the last three trips, so it was in the bag, well it was in the post. Just head down. I said I was nervous on the last fish. This one's trumping it.
This is a bream.
If this is a bream, it's £30. Come on! God. No, that's on. Through my other line, of course it is. Still not seen it. I don't even think it's that big. Oh no, it is. That's a nice one. That's another double. That one gave me a bit of stick. I thought it was a bigger fish, and that is a bigger fish. I think it might be the biggest of the day, and I think it's close to my PB. My PB is 11.8. Let's see what this goes.
Don't kneel in the bag.
It's not far off. I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's quite there yet. It's not.
11.2.
I think it might be. Bear with me. I'm going to weigh that again just in case.
Is it 12?
It's not far off.
Phil, can you check this please? I need a double, a second opinion.
11 11:15.
You're too honest. 11:15, yeah. 12 I'd give that.
11:15, new PB. We'll give it. That's not 12. It's not.
No,
Wait, I'll check.
no, you're right,
I'll check one more time.
11:15 that.
It's bouncing around a little bit.
I'm going to have to get the cash.
No, it's not 12. It is 11:15.
11:15. It's a new PB. I am happy with that. Let's have a look at this lump.
Told you.
So we're about half a day, maybe what, 3/4 of a day into our trip, and that fish has already made the trip for me. Exactly what I was hoping for. And an absolute stonking fight as well. Couple of quick photos and let's get her back. It's when you get a fish this size and you just look at the thickness across its back. I mean, it's not a massive fish by any stretch of the imagination, but
I'd agree with that.
but when they get into that sort of 11, 12, 13 pounds mark.
Will I throw a picture?
Go on then, why not?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, it's your moment.
Brilliant, happy with that.
So we're going to use this 10 minutes of quietness to talk through one of my setups. So that's the N-gauge specimen dual tip with a 3000 Aventus reel. Said it before, I'll say it again, it's one of my favourite rods and reels. 12 pound mono, and then on the business end, 5 ounce grip lead. I can't mind what that's called, a swivel and a clip and a really long hook link. Now this is rough and ready. I know guys trim it down and make it look like a nice round bit of meat, but that's literally what I've been catching the barbel in. A big chunk of luncheon meat, size 10 hook, hair rigged with a wee pink bait stop at the bottom, and that is literally what they've been taking. I think that's 2 fish I've had on it. Let's make it 3. And I've actually gave up with the wrap because I'm out of puff and I'm out of energy. I'm just lobbing it out now, but it's still working. Thought we'd quickly go through how we're filling the feeders and feeding them. So Alex will correct me if I'm mistaken at any point, but in there's Big River Barbel ground bait. There's 2 mils, 4 mils, 6 mils, 8 mils, and I think the odd 10 mil, that'd be right. Soaked in some water. And then we added some what's left of a couple of years ago order. Now the hook baits, I've been soaking these since February. That's the mainline ones. Need to keep turning them up, turning them over. So the sauce, sorry, excuse me, this syrup, Big River Barbel enhancement. Been plopping that in to all the different tubs. These are bigger dumbbells that we use. They've been soaking for 2 or 3 years now. As I say, every now and again I get into the fishing cupboard, turn them upside down, keep them soaking. Tried these, just for something different. I heard cheese is good for chub, so on the chub hunt I thought, it smells like garlic and cheese, and then big chunks of luncheon meat. I've had 4 hook baits out of that. Look, that's the size I'm using, big chunks, and it's been working a treat. So we managed to get through that without being interrupted. But this is now Barbel o'clock, the last few hours of daylight when it's meant to kick off. I don't know if I've got it in me, to be honest. He's knackered and I'm absolutely gubbed. So that's how we've been fishing it. We do also have some lobworms left over from the perch trip at the weekend. You tend to find the bream get involved with them, but again, thinking chub. But aye, what a start to the mighty River Trent. I'm out of fluids and everything. Hope you've got some juice or fluids down there for me. That was a long walk back to the pub for you then. Right, I can't believe we get through that without a rod going. I think I broke my chair and all, which is not good. Well, other than that wee tiddler that Alex got there, it's been a relatively quiet couple of hours. This is normally the witching hour, the Barbel o'clock. It normally kicks off, but I'm not complaining, to be brutally honest with you. So one last chuck with the cheesy garlic dumbbell with a wee pink stop, which I think makes a lot of difference.
About that for a day's fishing. That was madness. It just started within the first 10 minutes and it really didn't slow down until about, well, when we'd usually expect it to start kicking off. It's been quiet for the last few hours, but throughout the day, fish after fish after fish. 14 fish, I think we're on at the minute. There's still time for one more. If today's got anything to go by, one of these rods will scream off any second. But yeah, we couldn't have asked for more. That was by far the most productive and most enjoyable days fishing on the Trent that we've had. Alright, we've not fished it a huge amount of times. I think this might be the 5th or 6th time we've been down. But that was unbelievable. That was nuts. Nothing huge, no really big fish. A lot of kind of smaller fish. But a new PB. And I'm not going to grumble at that. And I'm also not going to lie, I'm ready for bed. That was tough going. It's been a long day. We've been out since about midnight. On the road for about 6 hours. And then just chasing fish around all day. and we've got another 2 days to go.
Well, cheese and garlic dumbbell. Try to keep this up away for that snag. Keep it away for that snag and keep it under my other, no, that's not happening. Away from my other rod. Jesus, Johnny. Oh, you shite, you. Do you like her?
Well, there's always time for one more.
You don't look at that as if you've got it in you.
I can manage it. Can manage.
The camels and my rod's going, we put a camera on them and your rod goes.
They put the net away. They're literally packing up. I think the net's...
Go away.
Is it no way? It's still there.
Just forgot to get it. Get net worthy.
I don't fancy trying to unhook a barbel at the side.
Is it a barbel out?
That's 100% a barbel.
Right.
Back now.
Don't dent, shoot it, I'm going to go and get a net right. Still got it.
Still got it.
Got the net.
That's a good point actually. I've not lost any yet. Fish number 16 of today. Come on, behave yourself. Yeah, he's not far off 10. What a day. I think I've said that already. I think I'm justified in saying it again. However, I'm done in. Can we go? Right, quick release for this guy. Maybe. Bloody hell. Welcome back. Welcome back to the River Trent. What a morning, it is absolutely stunning. It's quite cold, but it's nice and it's dry at the minute. I don't think it's forecast to stay very dry, so we'll make the most of it while we can. Barbel fishing. This is one of the meccas of barbel, isn't it? The River Trent. Now, we are absolutely no experts in barbel fishing, but we still managed to catch a couple of fish. So let's just run through, really quickly, how we kind of approach a river like this. And I keep it simple. It is so simple. And effective. Rods are set up and they're good to go. So we're each fishing 2 rods on alarms. Our upstream rod fished with a 4-ounce gripper feeder. But we're also fishing a downstream rod, about 20 yards downstream of the feeder, with just a straight lead and a single hook bait. And as tempting as it is to sort of rush into getting the rods baited and in the water, it does pay to have a wee play around first of all. Now the water it's up. It's not massively up, but it's pushing through pretty fast. And when the river's high like this, it's sometimes difficult to hold bottom, even with 4-5 ounces. So I've got a separate rod, 3rd rod, and this is going to be my bait up rods, but I'm going to also use it just as you would, like with a marker float, not just sort of casting around a little bit, make sure it's holding bottom, find my distance, and then once I've found the distance that the lead's holding, I can clip up. I can use the clip in the reel, clip up, use our distance sticks, which we'll get to later, set all the rods to that same distance, and that way you're fishing as accurately as you should be when any type of feeder fishing, really. So I'm not clipped up at the minute. Let's have a chuck around. I'm going to go fairly far initially. Now I'm guessing that there's no chance that feeder's going to hold out there. So I let out a ball of line just as you would do when we're fishing. Let it tighten up, watch the rod tip, and I can feel that feeder just being bumped downstream. Let out a bit more of a bow, let it tighten up. The idea is the bow sort of anchors that feeder into the gravel, but it's still swinging around. It's still far too powerful out there. So less optimistic this time. We'll bring it in a wee bit closer. Less line in the water, less flow, less drag, less chance of that feeder swinging round in the current. So this time, it's a nice crease runs down there. I've just went just beyond that, and there's very little flow there at all. So much so that that's not even tightened up yet. So that's too close. The first one was too far. Somewhere in between. See how that goes. Let the bow out. Let it pick up the slack. Fingers crossed. So yeah, a little bit of patience before we start chucking baited rigs in. Make sure we're fishing in the right place. You can also use this just to drag a lead across the bottom and feel that ripple. Make sure you're fishing over gravel. We've fished here before. We know what it is. And that looks to be holding. So we found our distance. I'm then just going to stick the line in the clip, stick up, find out how many wraps it is, and we're good to go. Line in the clip at the distance that we found that the lead can hold. Nice gravelly bottom. Comfortable chuck, nothing too demanding. And then this is where your distance sticks come in. Take that into reverse off. And we're counting the wraps to the clip. 1, 2, 3. going to call that 11. So that's 11 wraps. That stays in the clip permanently because we're going to use that as a bait up rod. The other 2 rods, or the other 4 rods, can all be clipped up to that same distance, that same 11 wraps. That way, when you unclip, because you need to unclip the barbel, if you keep the line in the clip, you're going to lose a rod. So you unclip every cast, pay out that bow. You always come back to your sticks, mark up 11 wraps, and you're always hitting that same spot every time. Now we can get a rod in the water. Well, we can almost get the rods in the water. First things first, let's get some bait in there using that bait up feeder. Mixture of pellets, different size, some ground bait. I'm going to put 5 of these in. Gordon's already had a chuck about, he's found his line, and I think he's already put in a few feederfuls. So I'm not packing this too tight because I want it to come out with one sweep of the rod, and we'll get 5 of these out. Now I'm going to bait up slightly further upstream than where I'm planning on these going, just so that the flow takes it down over the top of your hook baits. So slightly further upstream, hit the clip, on the mark, fill it down, bumps the bottom, one swoop, empties that feeder, we hope. We hope. Yep. And that just kick-starts the swim. This is where your accuracy's tested. Gordon's just said to me, right, same mark. Forgotten where it is already. Let's go. He's going to say that was off target, but that was on the money. I know that was on the money. So yeah, said it already. Gordon's not great when it comes to patience. He's itching to get his rods in. But yeah, a little bit of work beforehand definitely helps make sure you're fishing as effectively as possible.
Sorry, Alex.
I think we've encountered an age-old problem on the Trent. Bream time. Slime time. Actually feels like a decent bream though.
I say chub.
It'd be nice if it was a chub. I don't think it is. Maybe. Nah, I'm going bream. I'm going big bream. Maybe chub. Maybe chub.
Let's just wait and see.
Maybe chub.
Have a barbel next. You've been feeding this once.
Yeah, this thing's going for it. This is not a bream. Definitely not a bream anymore. I think this might be a decent chub or a very small barbel. He's keeping his head down, whatever it is. That's a barbel.
Barbel.
Strange. I did not expect that. You know, we're off the mark. You're always kind of hoping that was a double figure bream. Well, that was a bream initially, then it was a chub, then it was back to a bream. It shows how much we know. Like, definitely the smallest fish.
Listen to me.
I know.
Starting to sound like a snob.
He doesn't want a full either, but looks at it.
Right, get on
Other way. Other way. Oh, that was quite a run. It's been fairly quiet this morning. Lots of little indications from bream, but this feels substantial. It's just not doing much. It took one hefty run as soon as I hooked it, but
Wait till it
it's
gets
just that, it's just
there.
sitting there, but it is going to take off, so let's make sure.
And this is why the drag has to be what?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is not doing much at all at the minute, which is usually a good sign.
This is a big game.
It ain't a big bream. Did you see that run? No way.
That woke me up. Too heavy.
This feels alright.
You said that every fish to this trip, but
First, yeah,
river still is flowing on it.
it's not as heavy here as it was on the last session. And the first barbel I caught today was about £3, so maybe that's why this one's feeling so heavy. I don't know, I'm hopeful. This is fishing at its best, isn't it? Oh, is he stuck on? Oh, he's stuck on something. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good. Oh dear. I might go right down the bank under your rods and try and get some proper side strain on it. Feels like it's rubbing on something.
Okay.
That.
You think it was rubber on?
Big tree branch.
Well, it wouldn't be a barbel trip without you losing a barbel.
That felt good. Definitely get caught in something, you could feel the line rubbing on it. And if I remember back to February when it was much lower, I'm sure there was a big tree branch in the water. But yeah, that's what happens when £10 fluoro meets a tree.
Well, it's a lot slower than yesterday, a lot slower. Managed to get another couple of hours kept. Just gone 11:15. Unfortunately for Alex, he lost what he says was a substantial fish, but hopefully make him feel better here. I think you're just getting confused with the flow again, like you did yesterday, but this spot we're fishing is where I caught, sorry to say it again, I'll throw a couple of pictures up, the 13s that I got. This trip has been it's went the total opposite way as the last trip. The first day was absolutely brilliant. However, the end day or the last day for me, the last hour was just one of the best hours fishing I've ever had. But we covered the baits and that we use. Alex spoke in depth about what we do when we get here in terms of having a feel about, seeing what holds, what size of leads, feeders, how we go about using the distance sticks. I've been asked a few times about the distance sticks, what they're for, and as Alex touched on, it's all about the accuracy of feeding that line, drawing the fish up to where your hook baits are. This is I love this wee box. This is I'm partial to a wee sticker and a wee badge, right? But this is Guru's feeder box. And we've got everything in here that we both need. And Alex is using 3 ounce, but I'm sticking with a 5 ounce gripper leads. We've got a few of them in there. We have got some 3 ounce ones, 1 ounce, and some 2 ounce. That still got the paste in there for our second trip a couple of years ago. Spare swivels, float stops, anti-tangle sleeves, hook links for other trips. Bait, oh I forgot I had them. They'll be handy actually. They'll be coming into that tub. And gripper feeders. Now, these come with these stems. One you clip on using one of these wee clips, like so. And then the sleeve goes over the top. Again, all you experienced anglers, when you stick kettle on. This is for guys that don't know. So that's how it looks. Now obviously I've not put the feeder through, but the reason for that is I don't have any with me. They also come with an inline stem and you can feed it inline. But we've never used that, I don't think, have we? So that was not your alarm, was it? That a dog walker. So that's the basics of the feeder. That just slides in there like that. Locks into place. Bob's your uncle, Jessie's your auntie. So that's the ones that we're using today. On other trips we have used the smaller ones, medium ones, small ones. But this wee pouch, batteries for my head torch, more bait stops. Now, some folk might think I'm off my nut, but there's a gentleman that got a lot of time for, Adam Rennie Figuru. He used these, I said this in the last video, he used these pink, and he thinks that made all the difference. Caught me 2 decent fish, so I've stuck with it, but I've only got a couple left. And obviously the clear ones. One of the things I find really useful, I don't know if Alex still does it, but I certainly do it. When I'm using my bait needle through the dumbbell, I tend to split them. I don't know whether I'm just too clumsy or too heavy handed. I use the wee drill a wee pre-hole, then I put the needle through, grab my hair link and pull it through. And it's these size 10 hooks that we use. Size 10 Super MWG. Now what does the MWG stand for? Is it medium wide gape?
I think so.
I could be wrong, somebody could correct us on that. But size 10s, I honestly thought we would use bigger hooks when we started barbel fishing, but they work, they're ideal. And that's just my wee tool pouch. Band extenders, other wee tools, some tools I don't know what the tools are for. But that's the basics of our barbel gear. Alex thinks I've got too much. I think he's got a wee bag full of stuff, but that's what works for me. Oh, both of us. But aye, it's been a quiet day, so one of the things that we've never done in one of these trips, never ever done it. Alex is probably wondering where I'm going with this. But we've never moved swim midday. We've always stuck to the same swim throughout the day. Now the gentleman that helped us out this morning, showing us the way around with the car, Phil, one of the locals, we've got to know, he said fish at a couple of hours. The swim we were at the other day, or the other session, had a good day. So I don't know whether we should be moving. But aye. Feeder fishing for barbel. We're no experts. But we do alright, I think. just as we finished that wee last bit there, 4 fighter jets just flew overhead. Hope that's not the start of World War III. It's almost quite a Barbel today. Anyway, what I should have said earlier is one of the great things about fishing in England, I'm sure you know they use the phrase a peg. Each fishing spot's a peg. And this has got a nice incline on it. I think I'll be going for a wee snooze lying on the side of this bank. But one of the great things about fishing in these sort of situations, next to the river, look where the car is. Isn't that just ideal?
So the majority of our baits over the last few years on the Trent have been 10-15mm dumbbells presented on a hair. Good hookup rate, and it's the easiest, most sort of presentable way to present them. So we just tie them up on the bank as we go, and we're using fluorocarbon, £10 pure fluoro. It's quite abrasion resistant. Unfortunately not abrasion resistant enough to have saved me that fish earlier on. I'm not annoyed at all. But yeah, £10 fluoro, and God mentioned earlier on how small the hooks are we're using. Size 10s. Strong size 10, strong, sharp. And yeah, combine the two for your hook links. The length that we're using surprised me when the first time we came barbel fishing. And we were talking at least, that's about 4 foot. Some people fish much longer than that as well, but I think 4 foot's about right, maybe 5 at a push. So a length, 4 foot length of our pure. And at the end of that, I've tied a little overhand loop, just a basic overhand loop. And that is where the bait stop slots into to hold your pellet in place. And then on the other end, we slide that through the through the top of the hook. And then pull it all the way through, so that here sits along the back of the shank of the hook. Now, depending on how pernickety you are, you can actually mount a pellet onto the hair first, just to get the length.
That's what I do.
I don't have the patience for that, so I just like to kind of tie them up. And I can roughly estimate that there, you want a bit of a separation between the pellet and the hook. So we don't want it too close, that would be far too close. So we want it sitting about there, depending on the size of the bait, would depend how long your hair is. And then this is the tricky bit. Whilst holding that hair across the top of the hook, we wrap this along the shank of the hook, nice and neat, nice and tight. Now, I like to take it quite far down the hook. I don't even need to go as far as this, but I like it. So you got that neat little bunched up barrel of line, and then 2 times back along. And then this is where it gets really finicky. You're probably not going to get this on camera. You need to hold everything in place, and then come to the other end again. And this is where my fingers are going to get in the way. Back through the top of that eye. Pull it all the way through. Pull it tight. It should hopefully create our hair. Put that there maybe. That will create a bit of a kick, a bit of a dog leg, which is what we're looking for. But as soon as we pull that tight, It should straighten everything up a little bit. Back to the other end, stick a loop on the end, loop it onto your swivel, and you're good to go.
A very slow, steady bite. I think that's just debris. Nah, I don't think this is a fish. This is a problem. I keep using weed, but it's leaves, weeds, grass cuttings, all sorts, trapped on your line, and it just works its way down to your lead as you reel it in. I think I might start casting a wee bit more frequently. Keep this off the line. That is a barbel. This could be a really good barbel. This is my biggest barbel of the trip. Easily. It's just hanging there.
Probably got like a £10 fluoro hanging from it.
Imagine. Well, imagine. This is a case of deja vu here, by the way.
Feel the same sort of stand
It
up.
feels like a weight. Well, it's just sitting there. I'm taking my time. This is on the lighter rod, but with a 5-ounce lead. Now it doesn't feel as big. It's actually swimming upstream. Get round my other line.
Probably.
I'm better off going this way. You want to sort that? Just turn the alarm off, it's this fish. I hope, well I think it is anyway. I was just talking to Big Ross on the phone there, or on WhatsApp, saying how it's been really quiet today. I've no long re-chucked this back out. I changed it from the Big River Barbel dumbbell back to one of the cheese and garlic dumbbells. And believe me, they are garlicky. It's going to go, I can feel it.
Still going big fish.
It just feels like, I don't know if it's going to be a world beater, but I'm starting to feel the wee head shakes. It might just have been a, I'm not even going to call it, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, see what comes up. I don't think it's a tiddler anyway. It's just a bit stained down. But I'm just worried about my other line. When I first stuck into it, it did feel that it's a dead heavy weight. It's going to go. Don't overdo it, Gordon. There you go. Letting it run. I tried to bully it last night. I ain't bullying this one. This could be my fish of the trip. Let's see a bit of breed. I don't know if Alex said it on camera yesterday, but he definitely said it to me. Your legs start to go, don't they? On you go if you want. That way I know there's a snag. I don't want to overdo it. I overcooked it last night and you've seen what happened. See, I'm not that big. This flow, it's so deceiving. It does feel heavy, but I don't think it's that big. That's not as big as we thought. I thought. Alex, you want to net that wee tiddler for us?
Yeah.
What a feisty fish that was.
It's actually quite a nice fish.
Oh. We'll rest him there. We'll rest him there and we'll get a closer look. I genuinely thought that was going to be the big one. Just shows you how deceiving that flow. If Alex shows you that seam over, that's where I'm casting to. Just at the other side of it. I mean, 5 ounce sleds, feeder fishing. That's not a bad fish. Like what double you reckon?
Close.
Close. Right, we'll go and get the scales out then. Well, there we go. They popped it on the scales. Just shy of £9. 8.14. But honestly, weight is irrelevant, man. Look at that. That is one stunning fish. We've got a bit of light gear on here as well. Hopefully that's a nice photo, Alex. You can get all the fins in this time. Glad we brought this sling because it's good. We'll get the fish safely back to the water. do this without doing myself a mischief. There we go. That's why it's always good to rest them after a fight. And whilst you're getting your stuff together, we'll go back strong. Right, rod's back out time. Oh! I'm not going to say anything about how big Ink is. I baited up there about half an hour ago, 5 feederfuls. Bit of fresh garlic and cheese. Dumbbell on. And away it goes again. This is only my second fish. I'm not even going to include that bream that I caught. I think Alex was off sleeping. Who wants to see bream getting caught? I'm going to share it, this feels heavier.
Wouldn't be hard.
We're literally just talking there about how quiet it's been. But it's playing out. This might be the start of feeding time. A couple of hours before the sun's due to get down. A couple of hours for that rain that's forecast. It might move in as well. Hopefully it doesn't.
Go and get the net.
Please do. And that when I get it into the slower water, it doesn't. It's duty. It's duty go on it. It's no. There we go. Brilliant that, innit? You know, it's been quiet and you've only had one or two fish. You enjoy it more, don't you?
Don't take them for granted as much.
Yesterday was getting a bit. That's why I sat down. Oh dear. Might be a double. Be a double.
stuffings in there.
No? Oh, it's come off.
There was stuffings in.
You fuck.
Definitely stuffings. I rubbed down something.
Nah, it's rubbed and snapped us. Oh, you bastard, man. I did face, I felt it rubbing,
See
didn't
that
it?
in the rod tip.
Oh, you Oh well. That's one each, isn't it? Anyone that wears spectacles knows the trauma I'm going through just now. Nothing worse than wet specs and no window wipers. Bad decisions were made today. Hindsight's a great thing, I suppose, at the end of the day, innit? But we took a punt on the peg that was brilliant. Well, not brilliant, produced a couple of bigger fish last year, and is known to be a good, is it a flood water peg, so we gave it a go. We've both had a fish each, so not to be sniffed at. We've both lost a fish. Couple of daft bream, well, their biggest fannies, you know, so. But this weather has turned, it's been bang on forecast. Back a 4, and it's certainly starting to come down, so don't know whether to hang this last. It's 5:30, get started on about what 70, so we need to be off this stretch for dark, so I don't know whether we just call it a night or do we stick at it. I've just realised my lines have crossed. What is going on there? It's just been one of their days. Watching that downstream rod, took a big dint there. Very bream-like, but not what we're after.
Can we go back to yesterday?
I'm having a beer, we can go back and look at all the videos and pictures and maybe forget about the day.
It's like a game of two halves completely, isn't it? It's been weird. I thought today, it started off alright, you know, because we got a couple of fish early on. A couple of lost fish early on, and then nothing. It's wet.
Well, yesterday kind of fizzled it to nothing, other than the fact we got soaked. We went home and we had a takeaway, We didn't even finish our second beer. Well, I didn't. I went to bed, knackered. I think Alex rattled 3. But I think just with the travelling and then the first session being so hectic as what it was, I think yesterday just took it out of us in terms of, not took it out of us, it caught up with us. Because I don't think I've seen him sleep as much at the side of the bank as what I did yesterday. So yesterday's session, there might not be a lot to show, but we did get a couple of nice fish. We lost a couple of good fish that we thought were good fish. Now unfortunately today we've left the tripod away back in the car, but I just wanted to start by saying, losing fish, it's never a good thing. So I've beefed up my hook lengths. I've went to a 12-pound hook length. Surprisingly it's not Guru. There's a story behind that. Delivery didn't get delivered. My downstream rod, the luncheon meat worked quite well. They are quite big chunks, but Barbel have big old mouths. So I've got that in my downstream rod. And then these, again surprisingly no Guru, but I think 90% of the fish I've had since been down here have been these. I tell you, there's probably more garlic than cheese in that. But I did buy them for the cheese factor, thinking chub. But I believe the river's too high for the opportunity of a chub. So, and again, still using the same 10 MWG hooks. Alex has already had a run, but we were middle of setting up. If Alex pans in, we've got the bivvies up today because we're expecting more rain. Hopefully it doesn't come to too much, because I'm sure every fisherman will agree there's nothing worse than packing up wet gear. So fingers are crossed, toes are crossed. Couple of nice fish would be lovely. One would be nice. I don't know if I've got it in me, the same as the first session, to be brutally honest. But this is only our second time here this time of year. Normally we come down in the winter, so the fish are a lot leaner for this time of year. So the chances of beating my PB are a lot harder. Alex's is a lot easier, obviously. We've only been 11 something, what was it, 11, 15? So he's determined to catch up with me. But I'm not going about it too much. I'm throwing our picture up, but so fingers crossed, 4 rods are out, we're all set up, and we can have a good end to our trip and maybe finish that second beer tonight. So let's see how we go. First one for me, and it's a beauty. Oh my god.
Did you just say oh my god there?
Aye.
It's that long since you cooked a fish.
Aye, well that and all, but this feels huge. It's just sitting there. Look, that's just sitting there like that. Oh my god. So glad I put the stronger hook lengths on. Holy shit, this is my big heavy rod. Oh my god. Oh shit, there Alex away.
I think you might be through mine. I need to go and get it though.
Right, go and deal with it. Well, Alex has managed to land his. I've still got this thing on. I don't think it's the monster I hoped it was, but still a nice fish. I'm over my line, I'm just... No, I'm not actually.
No, it's free, isn't it?
Is that how it's wrapped round? It's felt so heavy.
Looks like it's a fin.
Oh. I'm dragging my other line.
What a pickle.
What a kerfuffle. Right, let's get this mess sorted. Here we go. 2 Trent Barbel. Mine's is the biggest one. Right, we'll get these up to the mat. We've unhooked them, they've rested in the net. I'm wanting a wee 40 with that. Could be my only one. Excuse the attire here, but the rain started. Right. Let's go. That's a good start. £9 on that nose. And a poser.
Head up.
Yep, I'm just getting my fingers into position. Got a photo of that Alex while it's posing.
Snapping away here as we go.
I honestly thought that was a big double. It just sat and hung in that flow. And I've been well rested in the net. He's behaving himself. Again, on the cheese and garlic boilie. I think they're becoming my favourite bait. Right, we'll get these two back. So this is the start we hoped for. There's Alex's.
Uses him for that one.
Uses still stunning fish. Even the small ones put up a scrap. Oh, slide that in as well. There we go. Let them recover after a hard fight. Send them on their way. There he goes. One last look. Brilliant. When you go, big guy. See you next year. And away. Sort of old back that's bending down here, isn't it? So it can be better than one cheese and garlic treat. But two slightly bigger bait. And that's on my downstream rod with the 5-ounce gripper lead. On my upstream rod, 4-ounce gripper feeder. As tight as I can ram a mixture of all them pellets, Big River Barbel pellets and ground bait. There's 2s, 4s, 6s, 8s, a couple of 10s in there. As tight as you dare get that. So that slowly releases downstream. And then the one on that one, the size 10 hook, but with the wee sexy pink lips. So we'll see what they produce, if anything. But what a start. Beautiful morning. Couple of wee showers so far. But there's no rods out, so let's get them out.
That just highlights that in fishing, location is pretty much key. Spent most of the day yesterday just sleeping, to be honest. Not much happening. But we turn up to the area that we fished on day one, the Bonanza Day. And we've had 3 runs pretty much straight away. Unfortunately I lost the first one, but 2 fish in the net shortly afterwards. I don't think it's going to be as hectic as it was on day one, thankfully. I don't think I could handle that again. But a couple of fish just steadily throughout the day would be nice. Finish this trip on a high. But so far it's looking good. And the torrential rain that was forecast as yet hasn't showed up. As yet, it is coming. Just chatting away there and downstream rod, a couple of bumps. Usually means one thing. Or bream, more like it. But then again, it might just have been the lead slipping. Or a line bite.
That's what mine done. I was sitting having my coffee. Then we had a couple of beeps. And then about a minute or so later, it just screamed off. It's almost like the bigger fish come over, pick it up, and then sit.
Possibly. Bear in mind, you've got a lot of line in the water as well with that bow, so any fish that clips the line with their fins that are kind of in the vicinity, it's going to show up.
You know, there's a lot of fish in this vicinity.
It's definitely not the most active of fishing, well, unless you come here on day one that we did. That was mental. But there's something nice just waiting, that anticipation. It's the same with deadbaiting for pike.
It's your favourite, isn't it?
With deadbaiting for pike. Aye, love it. So I'm sticking with the tried and tested. It's been my sort of go-to for the last few sessions down here. 15mm dumbbell. I think this is from Hinders, I'm sure. And it's been soaking in some sort of gravy for about 3 years. Don't know if it makes much of a difference. But that's a nice sort of example of that presentation of the hair rig. How it just kicks that hook out at a nice angle. Hopefully for a good hookup rate. But I'm going to adopt I'm going to be a wee bit methodical today, or a bit more methodical than I was yesterday, which wouldn't really be hard. Got 2 rods fishing, every 45 minutes or so, upstream rod out with the feeder, downstream rod out, straight lead, and then 3 feeder fulls of pellet over the top of that. And just stick with that throughout the whole day. Small amounts of bait going in every now and again. We'll see how that happens. So the upstream rod has just went out. This one is going out just below it. I think the majority of my fish this trip have come on the downstream rod. And then it's really important just to let that bow line out.
What's more important, but...
It's more important.
Yep. Put you in the spot here.
There's lots of more important stuff.
And you stick up, then you cast.
Unclip.
Yes.
I did say that earlier in the video, yes. You cannot keep the line in the clip when barbel fishing.
No.
Well, you could, but you'd go through a fair few rods, I reckon. These fish tear off. So that's why the sticks are there. You don't just clip up and leave it there every single cast. If you can be bothered, stick up, it definitely makes it more accurate. Yeah, a wee bit of effort, attention to detail, and hopefully there's a few more fish in this session. I'm sure there will be. There we go, bright sunshine, and we're still getting fish. It's been a wee while since the last two, and I was thinking it might be quite slow, maybe quite slow a day, but yeah, this guy showed up. Nice solid run there as well, that was nice to watch. Watch the bite develop. It's amazing what you see when you stay awake. Hey, Gordon, we might need the net for this one. I think my plan worked. Upstream rod, downstream rod, 3 feeder fills. Upstream, downstream, 3 feeder fills. Managed to miss my other line and everything, look at that. It's unusual. Don't think it's a big fish, but it's a fish. It's amazing, that fish is like 18 inches under the surface and still can't see it. Chocolate water, this is. He's really wee. Result. A lot of small fish this trip. He's a little bit 4 or 5 pounds. There you go, that little size 10 hook. Just neatly in the scissors. Should be fairly straightforward just to pop out. Right, I don't think he's going to need to go on the scales, but look at the condition of that fish. Absolutely gorgeous little fish. Definitely not big. 4 maybe, but look, fin perfect. And I suppose it is nice to see, obviously it's nice to see big fish, but to see them round about this size as well, it's a great indicator of how healthy the population are. Look at that tail. Right, let's get him quickly back. Oh, forgot I've got a hole in my welly. I'm trying to avoid the water with that boot. I don't think he'll be kicking around too much. He's ready to go. Look at the sun on that. That is stunning. Yeah, he's looking good. There we go. Right, upstream rod, downstream rod, 3 feeder fills. Let's go.
That technique's working well. You get the wee ones at the road and I'll catch the big ones, right?
Aye, okay.
Nearly went my farter there.
I don't want to speak too soon, but this feels a little bigger than my last two. Lovely run again. Barbel fishing in bright sunshine. Nice.
At you or
I'm not sure. I think it might be. It's kind of vibrating. I think this fish is over it. Yeah. I'm just pulling the lead towards me with this fish.
just watch, because that's what happened. You lost the fish last time. I heard you saying it feels good.
It feels a bit better than the last two. I don't think it's
I
massive.
think we've learnt a lesson about that now.
You know. I am playing that other.
Do you want me to bring it in?
No, just leave it. I think. Oh, that's a nice fish. I come up like a dolphin there.
I was just watching a rod tip there too.
Bloody hell. Shit, I'm going to chase this one. Fucking hell. Bloody hell. I think that one has come undone from that now. That was unbelievable. It came up, it looked nice. The sun just caught me.
I just missed it. I was looking at the bend in the rod there, getting a photograph.
Literally come up like a kind of porpoise right at the water like that. It's cool. The sun just hit its flanks. Nice fish.
Double?
Aye, I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
PB double?
Nah. It looked. It might not even be a double. It just looked good when it came out. Look at these wee spiders all over me. Millions of them.
Feel heavy?
Aye. It's difficult. We've been here 3 days now, so I'm not saying it's big, but it's bigger than my last two. That's definite. We've got almost every one of them wrong.
Oh Christ, no right now.
That's not overly slack.
Oh I know, it's unbelievable the run you take. Unless you've experienced it, you don't really appreciate
And,
how powerful these fish
we're,
are.
and we're not fishing heavy, remember. A lot of the pike guys comment, not a lot of them, comment on the drag being too loose. One particular comment. We're fishing £10 breaking strain line. No, we're not fishing £30 braid. You've got to take your time with these fish. Oh, he didn't like that.
Don't overfill you.
I'm not. I can't. I can still feel that other lead dragging. I'm hoping this is as big as it feels. It probably isn't. I think it's just very spirited. Oh, it did move a bit of water there, look. I think I've been playing this fish for close to 5 minutes. I mean,
4.
yeah, it's crazy fishing. And you just cannot rush them. Right, come on. Are you as big as I'm hoping you are? No, they never bloody are. Did you see it there, Is it not that big? Are you sure? Yeah, that's absolutely massive. It is. Easy double. It is hard to tell until they're in the net how big it is, but
I'm just worried about that other line.
Gordon, that's a decent fish.
Right.
Aye. Aye, that's a big fish. Not as big as I hoped it was, but it's a big fish. That's at 11. I think that's
That's a big fish, I thought.
That's close to 11. Over 11 maybe. Right, can you hold that? I'll try not to hook him. Right, let's get him on the scales, I think. It's a lump. Yeah. That might be a PB.
What was calling PB?
That might be a PB. That could go close to 12. Right, I may have spoke too soon there, but we're going to wait because I think it's a big fish and I think it might possibly be close to my PB, which is the fish I got a couple of days ago. So the scales are zeroed.
What's your PB?
11.15 to beat. Right, I've not weighed this yet, I'm not even going to see this, so let's get it up off the floor.
Holy crow, what?
It's a huge, it's a heavy fish.
13?
Is it 13?
13. He doesn't believe me.
13.4.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
Ah, look at that. That's, look.
13.2, they got in pounds.
13.2. 13.2, I will take that any day. If you told me that in September I'd come down here and get a 13 pounder, I'd have said aye, just give me one fish all day, all trip. Look at this, I knew it was big, for once. That is possibly my fish of the year.
Not possibly about it, it is.
And that is saying something. That is an absolute unit. I mean, alright, we know it's not, they're not specimen barbel. Well, they might be. Depends what you class as a specimen barbel. I mean, I think the records were over 20 pounds, isn't it? But that, to me, somebody from the west coast of Scotland that just don't see these, that is phenomenal. Can I get a couple of photos of this one, please? There we go. Like I said, probably my fish of the year.
That is your fish of the
You
year.
reckon? Look at that. It's the condition of it, it's not just a big fish, but look at that, it's stunning. Yeah. Look at that tail. Look at that. Gone. What can you say?
Well done.
Perfect.
PB.
Thank you. New PB, that's twice I broke my PB this trip.
Aye, alright, alright.
Remember back in February, I got a huge chub. Well, at least I thought it was a huge chub. I thought it went £6.4. But we weighed it slightly inaccurately and it wasn't as big as we thought it was. He's trying to do me out of another couple of ounces. 13.2 he told me. 13.4 the scales say.
They got them too.
Those got up in 2 ounces, not 4
Not one.
ounces. 13.4. Over the moon with that one. But I was just saying to Gordon there, I was trying something a little bit different. And I thought I'll stick a chunk of luncheon meat, krill luncheon meat, way out into the river and hope that I can hold with 3 ounces. I think I chucked out 3 minutes ago. This one. Tore off. But because it was so far out in the flow, I had a massive bow in the line. I was a wee bit worried about that fence down there, but I think we're alright. I don't think this one's going to go 13.
Using my luncheon meat, but
Team effort.
I don't want to use luncheon meat.
Tell you what, I'll give you a photograph of this one if you want.
Nah, you're alright. I'm not one of them types.
Yeah, I just thought, I wonder how far I can get across and still hold. That big lump of luncheon meat still sitting there in his mouth.
Not a bad fish.
He's alright. I don't think I get another fish on that bit of meat. Not waste any time with this guy. We'll get him back as soon as possible. A quick wee look at him though, because he's not bad. He's not a double, but they're all nice fish. 7 or 8 maybe. 8. That's fish number 24 of the trip. I was sitting tallying them all up there.
You know the food is too, don't you? Yeah, you do. Excuse me, what do you think you're playing at, sir? Yeah? What are you playing at? You like that? Huh? Hey. Oh!
Definitely feels like the end of September now. It was like middle of summer earlier on today, it was lovely. Now it's wild, that wind has picked up. It was forecast to pick up, but it's definitely a bit mental now. But we're into the last hour of the trip. Gordon's had another quiet day. I think he's fully expectant of those rods to burst into life. Anytime now, really. That is prime time, it's always prime time, that last hour of light, and maybe just a little bit into darkness, assuming it doesn't start absolutely chucking it down. But hey, I've enjoyed myself today. I've had a great one. Another 5 fish for me, including a new PB for the second time. Second time this trip. But all in all, no complaints. I think yesterday was a kind of blip. We kind of brought that on ourselves. I think we just didn't fish as effectively as we should have. I feel I fished quite well today. I think Gordon's fished pretty well as well. It's just unfortunate that the fish just haven't quite made it up to him yet. But there's another couple of fish in this, I'm sure. At least I hope there is anyway.
I didn't think it wasn't going to happen. That was half an hour ago I put out 5 feeder throws. Put fresh dumbbells on. I think this is on the mainline dumbbell. I'm not rushing this like I done another night.
It's hefty.
Shush, Alex, don't put pressure on me. I've waited all day for this moment. Feels heavy. But we've said that every fish.
It is a fish, isn't it?
Aye. Do you not hear the run?
No.
And my mate's back. It's actually starting to do. Oh, that was a fish or no?
It really didn't do much at all.
It didn't. Let me try and land this one myself. You throw the net over that side for me, please, Alex. Yous don't cause me any grief. Well, world beater, but I'll take it. I've waited all day for that. A fish to start and a fish to finish with, that'll do me. Well, as I say, it's not going to break any records, but it made the weight worthwhile anyway. Is that 25 Barbel? 26?
35, I think.
25? I say this is a relatively small one, but in that current, as we've said the whole trip, and just as a species, they fight really well. Stunning fish. Said it before, it's a privilege to come down here and catch them. We've met some great people, made some great friends through this type of fishing. We'll get them back. This sling's been very handy today, or the whole trip to be fair. Safely get the fish back to the river. Would you accompany me to the riverbank, please? Well, if this is the last fish, our last barbel of 2024, you made me work hard for it. I was beginning to think it wasn't going to happen. Time for one more? No, aye, fart, use a clue.
Go on then.
Right.
Job. Small job. You just
Sorry.
you left the net. Well, God was after a chub. We got one. It's a bit small, but it's a chub.
Yeah, it's a chub.
Let's have a wee look at it. So it's unusual not to have had more of these. It's very lively. Usually pick up a fair few. Usually a little bit bigger than that as well, but it's always nice to find one, and it usually is just as the light goes that they turn up. These are only a couple of pounds, 2 or 3 pounds at a push.
Caught that in the end, you'd be buzzing,
Yep,
but
I would be.
I so wanted one.
Nice
Come
one.
back.
I think we've got a variety. Right, we're still going.
Slow pack up.
Slow pack up.
Well, it started raining last night, so we had to make a hasty retreat. And this sheet came up with this idea. We'll stop off at the Yorkshire Dales and we'll do the outro. It's bloody freezing.
It's cold. Halfway home after a pretty good session, a pretty good trip.
It was 25 barbel.
25 fish in the 3 days. And a couple of nice ones as well.
Aye. But a smile.
I even got to finish the last dram of an 18-year-old Aberlour as well, which was quite nice in celebration of 2 PBs. That last one though.
I'm not going to say it, but the last fish you got.
It's not as big as yours, aye, alright.
No, I wasn't going to mention it.
What about it?
It was a nice fish.
It was a nice fish. It was.
It didn't fight like a big fish. When I saw it, I genuinely thought, please over milk
I was
this."
on the other side of the rod and it fought like a big fish. I knew that was a big fish right from the off. £13.4.
That was definitely the highlight.
Aye.
But if you'd have come driving down, if you'd offered me 25 barbel,
You're taking it in the heartbeat, wouldn't you?
yeah, honestly, you'd have grabbed at it. I'm absolutely freezing.
Aye. So, quick outro, that's all this was. We're done, we're on the way home.
Aye, still got another couple of hours, 3 hours or something.
I reckon we're halfway home, so aye, about 2, 3 hours maybe.
I have to get down. Well, if you like this video, the Barbel Bonanza will be at the end of this video, a wee link to it. That was a red letter day, right enough. So aye,
Until next time.
let's get to Scotland,
See you later.
Back to Scotland.